There was always a cool, rational, weighted intelligence in Ian Holm. On screen, he was never exactly a heart-on-sleeve performer. He did not need or even appear to want the audience's sympathies. Holm could be a mandarin in almost priestly presence, but always with a pressure cooker of emotion inside. He brought a commanding strength and a stillness to his work, a less is more economy that gave him what few theatrical nights have had since Olivier, equal success on stage and screen. He was a character actor with star quality. It is funny that younger cinema audiences knew and loved Ian Holm for perhaps the most atypical casting of his career, as Bilbo Baggins in Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies. He plays the older Bilbo, who potters and maunders about the place with great geniality and charm, like a distracted Oxford don who happens also to run MI6. There was something beguiling in seeing Holm's habitually stern features transformed into Hobbity gentleness. His other roles were rather different. He broke out in his mid-40s, having already established an accomplished career in film, TV and theater. Ridley Scott cast Holm in his legendary 1979 sci-fi classic Alien, about the spacecraft that gets an unwelcome, parasitic visitor. Holm played Ash, the ship's science officer. He is a calm technocratic figure who remains notably unemotional for reasons that will become plain in the film's great shocking reveal. In unforgettably gruesome circumstances, the crew ask Ash what he thinks about their prospects, and in a frazzled and gurgling voice he says, "I can't lie to you about your chances. But you have my sympathies." It was a great moment for Holm. But his biggest success came a couple of years later, in the colossally successful British movie Chariots of Fire, written by Colin Welland and directed by Hugh Hudson. He played the Geordie-born professional sports trainer Sam Mussabini who, controversially, coaches the ambitious Cambridge undergraduate sportsman Harold Abrahams, played by Ben Cross. It was a heartwarming performance by Holm, and it earned him an Academy Award nomination as Best Supporting Actor. Mussabini is fussy, tetchy, but fierce about his work, with a vocational teacher's insistence on high standards and a tendency to take pupils' failings personally. Mussabini wears his straw boater at all times indoors, even when he's massaging Abrahams. And when Abrahams wins, he punches a hole in that hat for sheer joy. Holm allows us to see how emotionally vulnerable Sam has become, and that Abrahams is like a son to him. In the 1980s, Holm developed a steely, sinewy presence in the cinema. He brought a definite stringency or severity. Holm was the hard-drinking solicitor Stanley Pilborough in David Hare's haunting drama Weatherby, 1985, and the same year he was in Terry Gilliam's surreal Fantasia Brazil, in which he played Mr Kurtzmann, the boss of Sam, played by Jonathan Pryce, the film's hapless hero.